Hello, welcome to SysJohn. In this video, you will learn about files in Python. Means it, file could be of any type. It could be Excel, it could be text, it could be email file, it could be audio, video files. Let's begin. Python uses file objects to interact with external files. These file objects can be of sort of file you have on your computer, whether it could be audio file, it could be text file, it could be emails, Excel documents, etc. Now, you will probably need to install certain libraries or modules to interact with those files. Like here, file formats are different. For that, we have to install multiple libraries are available in Python to interact with a different kind of file formats. Python has built-in open function by which we can open any of the file that allow us to open and play with basic file types. My variable name, my file equal to open function, which is a built-in function in Python, demo.txt. I'm trying to open this file by default because we have not provided any path here, so it will take a by default path where our Anaconda or Jupyter is installed on a location. So here we are getting error, file not found error, because this file is not exist. Due to that we are getting this error, no such file or directory demo.txt exists. Now for checking your current location, on which location this notebook is open, so you can use pwd. It will return you the path on which location whenever you create or write any of the file in Jupyter notebook, so where it will getting saved. So in my scenario it is C users admin. Now to pick a file from any location on your computer, simply pass in the entire path. Means if you don't want to select a file from your default folder, or if it is not exist or exist on a different location, you have to provide a full path, like it is on my C drive, users, admins, test.txt file, and my file is a my variable name open function. So inside it, in double quote, you have to provide the exact file location path. For reading a file, we have a read function in Python. So my file, which is already have some values, and dot read function, so it will automatically read a file with or a text which is written on your file, which is in my scenario test.txt. If you try to read the same file again, then you will get a result as blank because cursor is at the end files. So if I try to run the my file.read, first time it was readable, so it started reading from this h and it read till end. Second time, if I am trying to read the same file, because after reaching at the end of this text there is no text available, so it will return as a blank, no string or values exist. So if you want to read it again, so we have another function, we can reset our cursor position. So we can reset a cursor for using seek function. So we have a seek function by which you can reset your cursor. So my file dot seek function, and we are setting our cursor position at 0. So again, from where my file should be start, so this would be the 0 position, it will start from 0. After resetting my cursor by using a seek function, if you see here, now my cursor position is start of the file. Now again, if I am trying to read it, I am able to read the whole text which is available on a file, because when cursor start reading your text or a file, it start with the 0 index and it will reach at the end of the file from where or till when data is exist. Again, if you are trying to read it, because cursor is already reached at the end of a file, so it will try to read, but there is no data exist, so it will return you the blank value only. Now read lines. Read line functions return a list of lines, means it will return a lines which is exist on a file. Let's take a scenario where in one file we have 10 lines of text. So it will read your line one by one, but it will return in a list format. Again, here we are resetting our cursor position, seek equal to 0, my file dot read line. So it will read all the lines, because currently in my file there is only one line, and if you see, it is returning in a list format. So this is a symbol of list, square bracket. And also, whenever we open any of the file, it is best or a good practice to close a file whenever you open, once your work is done. So here we can use a close function, my file dot close function, so it will close a open file. Now, writing anything into file, we saw how to read the file in a above part. Now we'll see how we can write something in a file. By default, open function will only allow us to read a file. We need to pass the argument like w is to write a file or write into file. So here if you see, this is my same variable name, my files equal to open function. This is my test.txt file, w plus. So w and w plus, w means it will allow us to write only, and w plus it will allow us to read as well as write. So opening a file with w or wh truncate the original value, or a meaning that anything that was in original file will get deleted. So earlier code where we were reading a file, that time some text was available. Now when we are trying to use this mode, w or w plus, so this value from a file will automatically get deleted. If you see here, write into file, I opened the file in a w plus mode. Now this is a new file, so where I wrote it, it is returning me a cursor position. So at the 18th position my cursor has reached. Again, earlier value if you see on the same file, it was hello. This is a quick test file. Later when I am writing a new statement in a file, and I am setting my cursor to 0 position at the start of a file. Again I am reading it, so here we are getting only the new statement. This is a new line, because when we tried to open this file in a write plus mode, earlier text or previous text was get deleted. So this is one of the disadvantages of w plus. We have another method where we can keep our already or a pre-text file. Now again, my file dot close, here we are closing our file, appending something into a file. So this is append method, passing argument a as a, where here we passed as a w plus, so we can pass as a, open the file and put the pointer at the end, so anything written is appended. We can open a file in append mode, so whatever the text we will write it will always write at the end of a file, so it will not overwrite it or delete the previous text. Like w plus, a plus lets us read and write to a file. If the file does not exist, it will create it. So if we are opening a file, here again my file is my variable name equal to open test.txt, and in a plus mode, read write mode, and which would be on a append mode. Okay, so in case, because in my scenario this file is already exist, if this file is not exist, so it will automatically create a file in your current location. Now my file dot write slash n means new line. This is a text being appended to a test.txt. Again I am writing my file dot write new line slash n and another line here. After running it, here it is returning me a cursor position. My5.seek, we are resetting our cursor to the start of a file. Again I am printing my file.read. So if you see, this is a new file which we already write in a write mode. After that we use the append mode where we wrote to another or a new line. So this is a function of append, or a feature of append, where we can keep our file as it is. Again here we are closing our file, my file.close. So we saw how we can open a file, how we can create a file. If it is not created, how it will get created, it how we can write it, how we can overwrite it. Now there is one function where we can iterate our file. So this is a some simple for loop. We will see this for loop in detail on a later lectures. Just for this demonstration of filing, where let's take a scenario where in test.txt we have a 10 lines. Currently it is 3 lines. So how we can print a line one by one? So for this is a line is just a dummy variable. In we will open, when you are using a open, it will open a file test.txt and it will go to print. So it will take a value line by line. So line, it will first print this value, this is a new line. Second time there is a blank. Third, this is a text being appended to a text.txt file. Fourth time again it is a blank. Fifth time another line here. So it will take or read a file in a one by one manner. So we saw how we can interact with the file in Python. Here we took an example of .txt. You can use it for XLS, you can use it for PDF, you can use it for another file extension also. Only thing is we have to import the relevant libraries for that, and if it is not downloaded only, so we have to first download it, then install and import. Okay, we'll see you in a next lecture.